Welcome everyone, this is the Japanese beginner guide and also how to start playing with the Japanese. So first, we're gonna talk about this little build, which is the normal Japanese build, right? So what you do, just send villagers to the food, send villagers to the gold immediately at the start of the game. Just like the Byzantine, you can do the same 2-8 build for the Japanese, where you send 2 villager to the gold early on, right? From the TC or when you build the cistern. But now from here, we're just sending the 2 villager out of the TC immediately. Alright, so that's gonna be a little interesting thing for the Japanese, because you don't build a house around the forge or the mining camp, etc. You actually grab one of your villager, you go to the berries, and then you build a house to the berries. Now, there are multiple ways to play the Japanese early game as well, even though they are not the strongest civilization right now. They are very, very weak. You can check out my 1 vs 1 tier list video as well, where I rated the Japanese, because they have one stable build, but at least that's stable. So what you can do is you send one villager early on to the berries and build a house and get the tower upgrade. Now, why do we do that? The reason why do we do that is getting the increased gathering speed, which is 25% gathering from the berries, 7% movement speed, and 3 extra capacity, carry capacity for the villagers, which is really nice upgrade that you can grab from the Dark Age, and really cheap as well, just 25 wood and 50 gold. And also, what you can do when you are playing with the Japanese, you can start with a dock in Dark Age, since your fishing ships are insanely cheap. It's only 45 wood per fishing ship, so I'd rather like to pick a Japanese on a map where I can make fishing ships, because I can make the insanely cheap fishing ship. It's again 45 wood, 45, 5 wood, 45 for the fishing ship, which is insanely cheap. Alright, when you have the resource, again, you can pick the 4 villager that you want to age up with. And again, we're gonna do the same thing. 2 tiles away your TC, so the farms can spawn around the Kura storehouse. Now, where you build it is up to you. I just built it somewhere. So you build the Kura storehouse, which is really nice. If you left enough space around the Kura storehouse, then you can spawn farms around it automatically, right? Which is really nice again. So that's what we're gonna do. We have 4 villager on the food, so we can non-stop produce villagers. But if you want to be aggressive, let's say you age up, you make a stable, you need to have more villager on food, you can have like 5 villager on food, and after that you can make whatever you wish to make. Well, sadly, there is one little problem with the Japanese. On land maps, they are not the best civilization right now, because they don't have that much of a unique style to play with. So what you can do is the wood you get around the TC, you just actually put tower around your gold, tower here, and after that you age up to the H3. Now, you're gonna ask me, when we go use the Shinobi landmark? We use the Shinobi landmark when the enemy players on water as well, and we use the Shinobis to disable their docks, which will prevent them to build ships, any kind of ships, like let's say archer ships, springo ship, etc, etc. So that's the only time when we really go with the Kokatan ship. If the enemy is not on water, you can just go with the Kora storehouse and you're gonna be absolutely fine. Now we aged up, and if you got the Tawara, you will see the next upgrade after Tawara is gonna be another upgrade that's gonna increase the gathering speed for your villagers that on berries. Sadly, for Japanese, there is no way to increase the getter speed of sheep. So the basic getter speed for the sheep that you're gonna have. So gathering the deer, gathering the berries and the deer for Japanese is a must, or the boar if you have close boar or blower somewhere on the map, right? Then you want to gather that. So you upgraded the Tamara. Now you have the Takaizaku, which is really nice upgrade. Another 25% boost for the gathering speed for berries, another 7% movement speed, and another 3 extra capacity with the villagers. So now I suggest you to not really fight in Feudal, not really do anything on Feudal. If you are playing against Mongol or Ottoman, then just build towers immediately around your gold. But try to not really get into the fights, because most of the time, if a Japanese player is trying to get into the fight in Feudal Age, you will lose. Sadly, their economy is not that insane, even with the Kora storehouse, because you don't have upgrades that can boost you, unless you go with the daimyo manor. Now, if you went with the daimyo manor, then you can boost the gathering speed of the farms only. The first daimyo manor costs you 225 stone. The next one will also increase the farm, and you get more bannermen for like 600 stone. So what the daimyo manor does, it gives you another tower, another arrow sleeve to the TC, so your TC will actually become an English TC. It will increase the gathering speed of the villagers by 20%. Really nice. It will give you one choice of bannerman. Now you're gonna ask me, what is bannerman? Let me show you. Every production building that makes a living unit, not a siege engine, can make a bannerman. You can have 3 different bannermen, up to 3 different bannermen, and you will unlock bannermans on each upgrade of your TCs. You can have like 100 bannermen. So again, your TC will become an English TC because you will receive another arrow slit. If you didn't know, English TCs has also another arrow slit compared to normal TCs. It will give you 20% extra boost on your farms and give you another 1000 HP to the TC. Now what you need to know, when you finish the daimyo manor, it will actually give you a villager, so you are not out of villager production, right? So archer range, you have the Yumi Bannerman. Yumi Bannerman will only increase the damage of infantry range units. Okay, so it doesn't increase the damage of Onomusha. The Umo Bannerman increase the damage of every cavalry unit. So you want to actually use Umo Bannerman for Onomusha. Maybe in the future it will change. Maybe we will able to make Bannerman to increase the damage for Onomusha, but currently we can't. For the Katana Bannerman, it will increase the damage of every infantry unit you have in the game that has melee damage. The Bannerman doesn't work with your allies, sadly, but it would be fun for sure. So one little thing as well that I forgot to mention, that if you get a stone, you or gold, you receive stone. If you get a stone and you put it inside one of the, like here, you will receive gold. Boom. Look at that. I received gold by getting a stone. Look at that. Amazing. We have 2 really good landmarks, but because the Japanese playstyle doesn't really support Temple of Equality, unless Floating Gate is almost always the most picked landmark. The reason behind that, because it's literally like a burger, Ragnitz, cow boom, Monza Quarry, everything together. But you will see as soon as I show you. Alright, let's put some villagers here as well. So now we have the Daimyo Palace, which again, you will receive another arrow slit on the TC. Now the farm getter rates are 40%. The TC will receive another 2000 HP, and also you will receive a free villager when you finish the landmark, so you don't need to spend food on it. And also you will receive 2 extra bannermen for the daimyo, for finishing the daimyo palace. For the Japanese, you have Dark Age Samurai, but sadly it doesn't work. I tried Dark Age Samurai, but it doesn't work, so it's not really worth to make Dark Age Samurai right now. Maybe in the future it will change and we will have Dark Age Samurai Rush with the Japanese. So we received the Shinto priest. Again, you are asking like about mentioning the the burger Regnitz, cow boom, etc. What did I meant behind this? Now, if you select the Shinto priest, you will see all the things he can do. So, military and dogs, you will get 150% production speed. Well, sadly for dogs, it doesn't work. So don't try to put the Yoroshiro inside the dog because it's currently bugged on the live version. In the future, it will get fixed. Town center, you get 30% extra production speed, which is, you think about it and you say, oh my god, that's even better than the French one, right? You can get 75 food per minute from the farmhouse, which again, that's insanely good. That's like having a cattle ranch with cows, with full cows, right? So you can literally have a cattle ranch with your farmhouse. Yeah, that's actually a cattle ranch with 3 cows, because 1 cow is giving you 25 food per minute. So you can have cows with farmhouse if you put it in there. It's a really good boost for your food income. Like, let's say you have 4 inside a farmhouse or 6, you know what I mean? Or you can put them into lumber camp, which gives you 75 wood. Now on a map where wood is a thing that you really need, it's really good to put these Yoroshiros inside a lumber camp, so you will get extra wood, right? That sounds really good. Or if you need gold, or you are like more gold heavy, then you can put inside the forge, but don't forget, it will give you only 60 gold per minute. Or if you have a wonder, you can put inside a wonder and it will receive another 4000 extra HP. That's crazy, 4000 extra HP. Alright, let's see what happens if I put the Shinto priest inside the TC. So now the villagers are actually 15 seconds to make, scouts 19 seconds, and the upgrades are the same amount of seconds, so the upgrades didn't change. We're gonna get a daimyo palace. If you put inside a building of a production building, then you can fasten up the upgrade speed as well. You can see 12 second, 24 second, 24 second. So you increase the upgrade as well for the units, and you will get the units out insanely fast as well. You can see 6 seconds, 9 seconds, 6 seconds, 6 seconds. Yeah, need to send one villager here as well. Alright. You can put the Yoroshiro inside archer range, you can put the Yoroshiro inside stable, you can put it inside a siege workshop as well, but you can't put them inside the university or blacksmith, aka your forge, because for the Japanese, you don't have blacksmith, you have the forge, which is actually your blacksmith. Also, I forgot to tell you, but you can use upgrades from the Koro storehouse as well to research. So, what do we have? Japanese have cheap archer, the insanely bad archers. Their crossbow is actually on horse, so the Onamushas are the crossbows. And it has a special unit called Ona Bugeisha. So as you can see, Ayumi Ashigaru has only 4 damage, 65 HP, but 1.38 movement speed, which means it's as fast as an HRE archer. If you get a Yumi Bannerman, they will receive their damage back to the normal state. You have Ona Bugeisha, which has insanely fast attack speed, 0.9. So you can really fast attack a unit anywhere on the map. Okay. I meant I want to search for a unit on the map, not anywhere. So you can attack really fast, and their movement speed is insanely fast. 1.5 movement speed, which means they are faster than a normal palace guard without Yuan. They are faster than Mustafa the warriors, so they are insanely fast as a unit. You can compare 1.5 for the Ona Bugeisha and 1.5 for a spearman, right? If you get a Yumi Bannerman, you will receive back the lost damage for your archer. So it will go up back to 5, and you can research +1, and it goes up to 6. For the bannermans, you don't need to upgrade them because every age the bannerman will automatically upgrade it as well. So you can see, let's race over there. You can see how fast the unobligation compared to a samurai. Which doesn't make sense because the samurai armor was not heavy, right? But that's it. We are going into the Imperial Age after we talk about all the import. Oh, I forgot to tell you the mounted samurai and the. It's okay. Mounted samurai and the samurai. They have a deflective armor, which means they're deflecting the first damage of any kind of attack, right? Melee or ranged attack. Which means if there is an enemy crossbow shots at the samurai, you will lose the deflective armor, and you will only recharge the deflective armor if you are out of combat for like 8 seconds. This is the same for mounted samurais as well. So in knight versus knight, mounted samurais are insanely strong, right? Because they just deflect the charge damage. Let's say the enemy knight has 36 charge damage as well. You do 36 damage to the enemy knight, they will do 0 damage against you. Okay, so we have 2 really good upgrades, age ups with the Castle of the Crow. This is really well picked landmark for the pro gamers. And we have the Tanagashima Gunsmith. Now, the Castle of the Crow will give you a free trader, which is a really good amount of resource from the nearby market. The more further away from the market, the landmark, the more resources you will receive. So you don't want to build it close to the market, you want to build it far away. If the map doesn't have a market, then don't build it in the middle of the map, because the trader will spawn automatically in the middle of the map and it will go to your landmark. Don't forget, these traders can be killed, so you need to protect these traders. It's insanely important to protect them. So we're gonna go with Tanagashima Gunsmith because this is the highly picked landmark, even though the Castle of the Crow gives you free food, wood, gold, and stone. But that trader, if the trader doesn't reaches the Castle of the Crow, then you have to wait 4 minutes again to receive that trader, which is a long time to wait. Alright, so we are building the next landmark. Also, really important thing, if you are a beginner player or low conqueror player, you want to stop making villagers at 100 all the time. Don't forget that. Okay, so when you have 100 player and if you are a low conqueror, stay at 100. That's perfectly fine for you. You don't need to play as like a pro player. So Tanagashima Gunsmith goes up. The cannons will not be deflected because they are siege damage, right? So, if I remember correctly, the siege damage, so only melee and range damage will be deflected. But if I remember correctly, because siege doesn't have, because siege is siege damage, they will not get deflected. Yeah. I think it's the same with the grenadiers as well because of siege damage. But about that, I already talked about in the one of the guide videos that's called damage and unit types, because the game has different damage type, which is the pierce damage, the normal damage, and oh, not you. I need to make a Rebel Queen. So, to make you. So now we build the Tanagashima Gunsmith. Tanagashima Gunsmith, every 30 seconds, you will get one stockpile, right? Which can be used to make a unit. Now you can make a bombard for free, right? Because you use 4 stockpiles. Or you can make Ozutsu or hand cannoneer Ashigaru. Alright. Deploy bombard. So, bombard, again, it has siege damage. So, really nice, taking down buildings. But I want to show you the Ozutsu. Now, Ozutsu, many people doesn't know, can destroy walls. If you press G, which is their attack round, I hope this is not gonna change in the future, but if it changes in the future, then you can't destroy walls anymore. If you press G and you press on the enemy wall, you can actually destroy the enemy wall by pressing attack ground. I hope it's not gonna change in the future. So, Ozatsu, one of the most strongest infantry range units, I must say, because they have splash damage and they can take out buildings insanely fast. Look at that, 28 damage plus 130 against buildings. If you want to increase the damage of the Ozatsu, the only way to do that to use a Yumi Bannerman. So when you have Yumi Bannerman, their damage goes up to 32 from the 28. That applies to Henken and Ashigaru as well. If you are nearby the Yumi Bannerman, instead of 38, now you do 44 damage, and you can research the what is that? The Serpentine Powder to do another 8 damage against melee infantry. So actually, the Malian hand cannoneer is not the normal unit. We are not talking about OOTD. Not the Malian hand cannoneer is the most strongest hand cannoneer unit, if we are talking about normal units, but rather is the hand cannon Ashigaru with the 50% extra damage. But of course, we can talk about HRE hand cannoneer as well, because you can receive a buff from the prelates that gives also 15% extra damage. So HRE hand cannoneer and hand cannon Ashigaru are amazing together. But because it's much easier than apply a buff from the prelate, the Japanese hand cannon is better than HRE hand cannoneer, because you don't need to use a prelate, you just use one unit that's gonna give you the extra damage. So, but of course HRE hand cannoneer has more movement speed. So it's like, and Malian hand cannoneer has more movement speed as well. So, most of the things we talk about, when you build the Shinto shrine, there is no upgrade from the floating gate, but from the Shinto shrine, you can have the Shinto priest extra HP, movement speed as well, and healing rate. You can have the Gion Festival, which doesn't make sense that it gives you healing for all economical units, because I know what is Gion Festival and how it works. It's really old festival for the Japanese about a kid and etc. It's a long story. Then Bunrei, which gives you 2 Yoroshiro immediately, so it will increase your Yoroshiro number from 4 to 6. You can have 6 Yoroshiro if you get the Bunrei upgrade. I think we talk about everything from the Japanese. I forgot to mention, if you get Odachi in H3, your veteran samurai will have bonus damage against all kind of infantry unit, which can be increased, by the way, with the Odo Tactics, which gives you more, plus another damage against infantry. And also you have the Nagayari, which gives you more damage against cavalry, which is again an Imperial upgrade. Their Imperial upgrade also gives extra torch damage, 20% extra torch damage. So that's not the normal upgrade as any other civilization could have. Alright, we talk about everything about the Japanese. But I forgot to mention their castle is in Imperial Age, because the TC is a keep. Now you can see it has 13,000 HP, and also it has a rocket, so it will shoot the... Can I? Oh, I can. So, but it does have a rocket, just like the keep. Let me show you. Keep has rocket as well. Yes, the Japanese were known for their rockets. So boom, pew. It has a rocket. The TC has a rocket as well. Really nice, really nice. Am I right? Okay, so we talk about everything about the Japanese. You have +1 damage as well, starting from Dark Age, so you have more melee damage upgrade. So enjoy Japanese on the rank ladder, and thanks you so much for watching.